Hello, friends. It's your friend Lee McCormack. Namaste to you. In case you don't know me, I have been a professional mountain bike author, instructor, speaker, guru, dude for 21 years. And I've been a cyclist of all kinds for 34. Pedaling, my friends, is a skill just like jumping and cornering. It is a skill. In the culture of cycling, people generally try to pedal better by working harder, eating less, and spending a lot of money on light bikes. It's kind of how we do it. And there's some traditional wisdom, I'm making air quotes, wisdom like this. Oh, the first big cue is scrape mud along the bottom of your shoe. That's a way to get your hamstrings to pull backward. I said that in one of my first books. I said it, that's tradition. The second big tradition is to pull up with your cleats. Also tradition. A newer tradition, they call it ankling, is the idea that as you come across the top of the stroke and you push down, as you're pushing down, you drop your heel, you really dig down in there, down and forward to make your power. And most videos on pedaling technique out there that are free, and they're worth every penny, by the way, they use those three techniques. Well, I've been a cyclist for a long time, and it's my profession. And I've done all those techniques, but I also have really dug in and accepted that pedaling's a skill like every other skill I've figured out. And I've gone to school. And what I've done is I've used my intuition to guide me in some directions. And I've got a very analytical mind as well. And I do the math and I run some experiments. And then I check with scientists of various kinds to corroborate my results. And so I've come up with a technique, a series of drills and skills to massively improve pedaling power. I personally, through these techniques, increased my sustained power and sprint 50%. When I started focusing on this, my sustained power was about 200 watts. It went to 300. My sprint power, repeatable, usable sprint on a trainer was 1,200, and that went to 1,800. And by the way, that's on a trainer. In the field, it's probably 2,000. I've seen many clients, fit, serious cyclists, recreational cyclists, maybe like you, gain 20 to 30% in their pedaling power at the same effort. And I've had 2 professional clients. Both of these people would love to get a 1 or 2% increase at FTP. They'd be stoked. That's functional threshold power, your sustained power. They both did the techniques and they both gained 8%. That's a career maker, right? And so in my online school, the Lee Likes Bikes Mountain Bike School, I've created a series of videos that teach you how to build a highly efficient pedal stroke. And I'm going to give you a little anecdote about that. So I live in Boulder, Colorado. And in Boulder, of course, you can go to the Boulder Center for Sports Medicine and get on a trainer, and they'll give you a test called the spin scan. And when you get a spin scan, it's a measure of your pedaling efficiency. A score of 100 is a completely perfect round circular pedal stroke. They've never seen that. The highest they've ever seen was a 90, and that's Gunrita Dahl. She's the Olympic mountain bike gold medalist. And by the way, whenever they test pedaling efficiency, mountain bikers are always the most efficient. I think it's because we have to make power like a road racer does, but we have to do it on bumps and in sand and stuff. It makes us more efficient. So check it out. So Gunrita ran a 90. I've been working these techniques for about a year. This is a dozen years ago. I know I'm better now. I've been working these techniques for about a year, and I just went in just to corroborate, and see what's going on with the numbers. I ran flat pedals, and I did the things that I put in my site, and I ran an 88. And the guy who gave the test to me, Lester, hey Lester, was just blown away. He's like, dude, you have the second most efficient pedal stroke we've ever tested. And they test a lot of professional cyclists run their way through there on the circuit. And I had the second most efficient pedal stroke they've ever tested. That was a dozen years ago. I know I'm better now. I might be better than Gunrita. Let's just say I am. But this is interesting. So I said, yeah, Lester, that's pretty cool. But I bought the first Shimano SPD clip-in pedals in 1988. I was an early adopter. And I know how to ride with clips, and I've practiced all the scraping and pulling and all those things like crazy for the years. So I was like, watch this, bro. And I got on that trainer, man, and I gave it. I did all the clip-in things you're supposed to do. And I just was like, yeah, take that gun, Rita. But this is crazy. The efficiency number went from 88 to 66. To 66. Number one, that completely corroborated what I've been doing in terms of technique. And number two, after that, I said, fine, no more clips for a long time. And I spent years on flats, years on flat pedals, refining the technique. And now I go back and forth at will. I'm the weirdo who rides a trainer with flats and rides a road bike with flats and does dirt jumps with clips. But I didn't get the memo on how to be cool. So, bottom line, okay, and if you've been following me, I might have revolutionized the way you ride your bike with the attack position, the low-high hinge, how you pump corners, how you just are on the bike. Well, I've done the same exact thing for pedaling technique. This is so valuable and it's worth so much that I've just reserved it. And it's inside my online school. That's llbmtb.com. Come on in. Go to the pedaling department. I guarantee, if you follow the directions, if you put a few good months into this, I'll just say this, if you don't see an increase in power and a decrease in discomfort, email me and I'll refund you that month, okay? For real. So that's it. Learn how to pedal more powerfully and more efficiently and less painfully at Lee Likes Bikes MTB School. I'm Lee McCormack. Nama Stoke.